when we talk about the first vision accounts, mostly what people mean are like the 4 or 5 that Joseph Smith created in his lifetime. The reason why it's bothersome for some people or why it causes trouble for them is because there are differences in the accounts, right? So this creator, she mentions how in the first account, I would push back on saying there's only one God mentioned, right? Like, rather, there's not 2 explicitly mentioned, right? So I would dispute that only one personage is exclusively mentioned, but regardless, there are not explicitly 2 personages mentioned as coming to Joseph Smith, right? The reason why people didn't have a problem with it is because of the differences, which they immediately jump to the conclusion that, okay, either he's just making it up as he goes along. So in the case of this TikTok creator, right, she's saying that, well, early on, he just believed in one Trinitarian God, and then later he believed in multiple gods. And so he just made up the accounts to reflect that evolving theology. That's super duper common, that talking point out there. I find that talking point really funny, considering the fact that like 3 months before he wrote the 1832 account, Joseph Smith recorded section 76 of the Doctrine and Covenants, which describes 2 personages with Jesus on the right hand of God. So that evolutionary thesis doesn't really work in that regard, I suppose. But anyway.
And honestly, that like to suggest that he was like a strict Trinitarian monotheist at that point is silly, because DNC 76 is also where it starts to talk about how we become gods.
Yes, exactly.